Peace and love. How you doing today? Hope everyone's doing well today. Hope everyone's doing spectacular. I'd like to discuss with all of you a message that came to me today. I know a lot of people talk about what does it mean to find your purpose, to look for your purpose, to feel what your purpose is, what it's about, what it feels like. Well, let me tell you a story. I remember long time ago when I was in my early 20s, 33 now, and I was on the verge of unaliving myself because in life, I was so lost, had no direction, was confused. I felt empty, I felt lost. And I know for a lot of young men, especially young men, many of us have felt at one point in time or another that we have no purpose, we have no direction. It's just like life is this continual path, seemingly to no avail, to no end. It just keeps on going and going and going and going until eventually things get real, so to speak. Now, what does that mean when things get real? Well, your feet finally touch the grass. So, what do I mean by that? Your feet finally touching the grass. It's the reality that you thought was pleasant. You've been living life in the treehouse. Okay? You're able to see things from a bird's eye view, but you have not yet experienced them. You're able to have all of this view of everything going on around you, perhaps, but you have not touched grass yet. You have not climbed down from your treehouse and touched the surface of the world around you. Haven't felt it. You haven't scraped your knee. You haven't gotten any bruises. And so many of us, especially men, especially young men, so many of us try to escape that process, escape that sensation, a feeling of loss, feeling of despair, no clarity up here or here. Well, go back to finding that purpose. I'm learning this. Life is to be lived. And what does that mean? It means that whatever you feel on the inside, no matter what it is, no matter what anyone else may think about it, that's you. That's the real you seeking to express itself into the world. But oftentimes we suppress it because of what society says we should do, what our families say we should do, what maybe even partners say we should do. And as men, especially, it's so important for you to craft out your own destiny to the world. Why? Because years from now, from this point on where you are now, where you feel like maybe you're at your lowest, where you feel like the world maybe is against you or doesn't care about you, you'll remember this point, and you'll remember that you made that decision to work out for yourself, to strive, to bless the world with your gifts and with your talents. more than just your intelligence, but who you are here on the inside. How do you go about doing that? Well, you go about doing that by experiencing yourself. You experience yourself how? What are you talking about, Andre? The great one. Well, you experience yourself by having love for something, whether if it's a hobby, whether if it's a talent, whether if it's a gift, whether if it's something that maybe you just always had a passion for but never fully endeavored upon because you were afraid of that judgment other people held towards you or even against you in more extreme cases. Yeah, it's that. And it's not always an easy path, but you owe it to yourself. And you owe it to the greater vision of who you are. Who is that greater vision? You don't know because you're not living in it yet. You have not accomplished that yet. Okay? So, I know this is a bit of a tangent. I'll say this. Discovering who you are is far more it's far more of a gift than living a life denying who you are on the inside. That's all I have for right now. I love you guys and tune in to next time on Self Discovery Live. Peace.